Hey folks, Mike here with the Long Shot. Today we're talking about the 6 Max. Last year I made a very popular video that claimed this was the new next best thing in AR cartridges. I still feel that way. Let's do some shooting out to 1,000 yards on a very windy day, and I hope to convince you that it's still the best thing. Let's go. All right, so I'm inside this Connex today because it is a very windy day, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and I couldn't get the audio to work out outside, so it's a little dark in here. So apologies for that, but we got to work with what we got. The good news is the good news is I'll have the opportunity to show you how well the 6 Max does in the wind compared to, standard 5.56 cartridge. Before we do that, I want to talk to you a little bit about the 6 Max build here that I have going on. Some changes from my gun last year that I announced on the channel. Here up front, we're shooting an Ultradyne muzzle brake. Watched a lot of YouTube videos, and that was one of the most popular as far as ultra recoil reduction goes. Doesn't take much to convince me, so I got that, put that on there. Let's see, any new changes? This year I am running a SkyPod. I shoot PRS, so I got into the SkyPod. I'm an MDT dealer, so I get a bit of a discount on that. At first I was talking smack on the SkyPod because that is pretty expensive as far as bipods go, but totally worth it. It's so configurable. It has many different positions and heights, and it has an arc mount. A lot of good things about it. Very configurable. So I like the PRS short version, even for my DMR style shooting. As you can see here, since I shoot open and this is kind of a race gun, I have a couple of MDT weights, both side on this 15-inch Aero Precision rail. Still shooting the Athlon Cronus BTR UHD Gen 2 4.5 to 29 scope. It's a pretty big scope, but I run this same scope on my PRS gun, kind of in the mid-range as far as cost goes. So I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. The reticle is very simple, and I can spot my hits, my misses very well. Goes all the way up to 29 power, which, you could say is a little much for a gas gun, a DMR gun, but it makes it comfortable. Like today I'm on the range with some other people. I can't go down to touch the targets or look at the targets at 100 yards, so I can zoom in and see where my bullets are hitting and get a quick zero. A couple of new updates. I got a BCM grip on here. This is more of a straight grip than, it's a little angled back, but more of a straight grip than, traditional AR style angled grip. And that is just in effort, everybody's looking for a straight grip and precision shooting, because what it does is it allows you to pull more straight back on the trigger. When your hand is angled, let's see if I can show you. When the further back your hand is angled, the more you're gonna have a hard time pulling straight back on that trigger. You'll see a lot of shooters shoot with their thumb on their, on the side of their trigger finger as well, so that they're not torquing that in the back. For AR shooting, I still wrap around the back with a combat style grip, if you will. You can't really tell here, but I went with, since this is a rifle +1 gas system on this 20-inch 6 Max barrel, I went with a full rifle buffer tube from Sons of Liberty Gunworks with a rifle buffer spring in there. This thing is gassed perfectly with that setup, and haven't had any problems since. And I actually went with the Daniel Defense buttstock. So this is like the same buttstock that you would see on like the Mark 18. I really like it because of the fat and the grippy cheek swell here. I don't like additional cheek pieces or cheek risers on the gas guns when I'm shooting. It feels just like an extra point of failure or point of adjustment. This one is swelled out enough and grippy enough that it gets my face right where it needs to be to have a good natural point of aim behind this scope. Shooting a Trigger Tech Diamond trigger, single stage. I like single stage. It's very adjustable. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably around 2 pounds, which is still pretty light for an AR. And let's see, what else? Shooting a set of Vortex Precision rings, which is holding up the Athlon Cronus. Nothing special. I have a new scope on order. I'm going to be upgrading a bit for my DMR scope to a Zero Compromise 420. And what else we got going on? And last year, if you watch the channel on my 6 Max videos or any of my DMR shooting videos, actually, you would see that I had a lot of problems with ejection or double feeds, all kinds of issues, and it was driving me nuts. Well, I ended up finding out that the gunsmith that chambered the gun had an issue with the reamer, and they thought they had gotten back all of the chambers that were poorly reamed out, and mine was the last one. So sent mine back. They reamed it out an extra 2/1000 of an inch, and now it is shooting perfectly, no ejection issues, which is really nice because now I can go to these DMR matches and not have to remediate a double feed every 10 shots. It was really annoying because at the range when I was zeroing or just slow shooting, it was fine. But then when the gun would heat up, those rounds wouldn't extract. It would pull out of the extractor and then it would try to feed the next round in, and it was not good. I think that's what was happening. It was weird double feed case. Anyway, so that's the gun that I'm shooting today, and let's go ahead and do some shooting. What I want to demonstrate here is out to, I think we're going to shoot out to like 950, 980, and we have a stiff quartering to wind. And I want to just show how consistent this thing is on target, even with a very gusty 10 to 15 mile an hour, 2 o'clock wind, we'll say, from the target direction. Let me get the scope cam up, get some rounds loaded, and let's hit some targets. All right, so our first target is gonna be, 965, 9.9 mils. All right, let's see what we can do. Could not see that one. Really hard to read the wind. There's a better dirt mound here at 870, so hopefully I get some better feedback. Let's try again. Whoa, still way high. Oh wow, that wind is whipping. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, this wind is crazy. All right, let's talk about the 6 Max. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to just absolutely crush these long range targets to show you how amazing this thing is, but I want to give you some perspective on why I still think it's awesome. Just pulled out the chronograph. Hopefully you can read that here, I'm not sure. 2,900 feet per second on a 90 grain open tip match bullet from Lapua. That obviously, you know, if you're shooting 55 grain, comparing this to the 5.56, if you're shooting 55 grain, I don't even know if you'd be able to spot your impacts at, 960. And you would be getting blown all over the place. I've seen matches where we're telling people, whoa, you're 2 mils to the left. Oh, shoot, now you're 2 mils to the right. When, in a gusty wind like this, if you have a 4 mil range that your bullet's getting blown around, well, you saw right there, within, the course of 5 minutes of me trying to hit that 960-yard target, I had about a 1.5 mil range where my bullet was getting blown around. So due to that shooting that 90 grain, that higher BC bullet out of the standard AR platform, you're bucking the wind a lot more. Now, this was still a challenge today. I ended up hitting my target. If this was a real DMR match, I would have been gunning down hard and probably would have gotten hits faster, spent a lot of bullets getting there. But that's basically why I love the 6 Max the most, is that you're able to push a heavier bullet almost as fast, 2900, unless you're shooting those 77 grain open tip match bullets in an AR, in a 5.56. Those might even only be going like 2700, 2750. So you're able to push it at a considerable speed in a 20-inch barrel, which is a good DMR rifle size. Now you can say, well, of course that makes sense, Mike. Like, that's nothing earth-shattering. Bigger bullets, bigger cartridges are going to do better. And you're right, but this is still an AR15 platform. You don't have to change out your bolt. All you have to do is get a different barrel and some different magazines. Again, the 6 Max is based on the 350 Legend case, so you have to get 350 Legend magazines. This is actually some Geisley 6 Arc mags that I'm trying out to see if they'll work, but I did have some feed issues there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to run those in the competition this weekend or not, because I can't risk having a misfeed and then have to diagnose that on the clock. I may just run the 20-round Duramag 350 Legend mags. Hope I got that, so we'll try it again. Shooting 650. Now the wind seems to have died, but I got to make sure it also died downrange. Impact. Whoa, that was way left. Okay, apparently the wind has only died here. No stinking idea where that was. Impact. High. Impact. Let's try a smaller target. Oh, one picked up. Impact. Let's try the smaller target. Oh, let me check the camera and make sure I'm on it. All right, now this is a really small target at 650. Let's see if we can hit that. .2 mils. Oh, way high. I do not know what's going on there. Okay, too much wind. I might be chasing the small one all day. was close. Very close. Don't think I got it. All right, so as you can see, I'm able to, although, you know, the wind holds kind of all over the place. Oh gosh. Although the wind holds kind of all over the place, I'm sure you can hear that it's for a good reason. I don't think I would be hitting any of these targets if I was using a 5.56, so just another thought. Wanted to show some more shooting since I was not happy with the first performance. My gun is shooting high. I'm not sure. I have to go back through and check my gun profile, but I just wanted to show some more capabilities of the 6 Max. Good to practice out in the wind. Fun times. All right, I gotta hit that dang small target or else it's gonna bother me the entire drive home. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right, I can sleep tonight now. 920. All right, let's try for 920. Impact. Oh, just missed it. So that's it. You know, I know that the 6 ARC is gaining more popularity. That came out a little bit sooner, got some government contracts, but I don't love the 6 ARC because of the round profile. It's built on something like a 220 Russian case. I have a 6.5 Grendel, it's the same case. And I love those guns, but running those in competition, you tend to, you know, get some feeding issues with the fatter base case, and you have to change out your bolt. You can say, hey, that's no big deal, that's fine, okay, I understand that, but it's getting further away and more components that you have to change out. So 6 Max, I love it. I think it's very innovative that they were able to find something that can fit in the standard AR15 design. All you have to do is get a different barrel, get some different mags, and you're good to go. And you're able to push that 90 grain bullet. You know, some guys are even shooting like 105 Hornady ELDXs. They're saying that that is a higher BC and pushing the wind better, but I really like the speed. I like tighter corrections and holdovers when I'm shooting these DMR matches. And today, although that was pretty challenging, I mean, we're shooting at kind of ridiculous distances for an AR-15 out to 960 yards. So the fact that I was able to spot my shots, oh, that's another one. The heavier the bullet, the bigger the bullet, the more of a profile you're gonna get off of a berm or off of something else when you miss and you're able to see. It's so windy today and it's so loud in here that I can't hear the report of the target, and that target is big enough out there that it's not really moving by the time that bullet gets there. So I can see the dust kick off of the target, or I can see the dust kick off around there. So again, just another reason why I love the 6 Max. Hopefully it gains more popularity. This is going to be my competition gun for DMR 2-gun matches all year. So we'll update it. I know it's kind of a Franken gun right now, but It's probably going to stay like that unless I have some issues. The only thing I might change out is the scope. I got some better rings and a better scope coming. I still do love the Athlon, but as my eyes are failing me as I get older, I'm trying to get every edge I can get, and I'm going to try out a couple different scopes there. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was not maybe that convincing, but you have to think outside the box a little bit and understand how difficult that would have been to spot any impacts or misses at 960 with a 5.56. How much more the wind holds would have been. I'll do some math and put it up on the screen, but I'm curious to see with a 15 mile an hour, 2 to 3 o'clock wind, what those wind holds would have been. So I just wanted to show you some of that, and hopefully you believe me after hitting the struggle or riding the struggle bus there for a little bit. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button. Again, maybe not all positives, but I'm not going to edit out misses and make it look like I hit these shots in the first round. That would be dishonest, and that's not the type of channel I want to have. Wish me luck for the DMR match this weekend. I will report back how it goes, and until next time, we'll catch you on the long shot. Take care.